A little girl as young as 9 years old has a big pregnant belly. At night, she has severe pains in her stomach. She would even vomit in the bathroom. The parents thought their daughter was sick. They immediately took their daughter to the hospital for a checkup. During the examination, both parents clenched their fists. They prayed that their daughter would be okay. Luckily, after the tests, the girl was only slightly lactose intolerant. There was nothing else to worry about, so the family returned home happy. But in the evening, the girl's stomach started to hurt again. As she lay in bed in pain, the parents took her to another hospital overnight for an examination. After a preliminary examination by a young doctor, there was nothing serious wrong with the girl. She only had some indigestion. She was told she would be fine with some medicine, but the mother was convinced that the doctor's diagnosis was wrong. She begged him to make another diagnosis. However, the doctor was convinced of his diagnosis and hoped she wouldn't waste her time. Calm down. Find me another doctor right away. If you don't reassign a doctor, I will not leave this hospital. My daughter is only 9 years old. The hospital then arranged for the girl to be examined by an older doctor. After the doctor's examination, he said that the girl's intestines were knotted in her stomach. The blockage had to be removed by surgery immediately. Watching a clear plastic tube slowly into her daughter's nose, the mother's heart cut to pieces. She wished she was lying in bed. She wished it was herself in bed and not her 9-year-old daughter. But one thing led to another. After the operation, the doctor gave them the sad news. The girl had a serious digestive problem. In simple terms, it means that she cannot digest the food she eats. And this disease, there is still no better treatment. There is still no better way to treat it. The only way to relieve the disease is to put a tube into the body and feed it with nutrients. And this diet won't last long. The girl will probably leave this world in less than a year. The mother was devastated by the news. She slowly walked out of the hospital. Luckily, after the mother's painstaking inquiries, she managed to find a hospital that could treat a hospital that could treat this disease. But after several days of telephone appointments, I was unable to get an appointment. 9-year-old girl with a pregnant belly. She has an extremely rare digestive condition in the world. She is fed a nutritional solution through a tube every day. And to add insult to injury, doctors say that if she gets this disease, in less than a year's time, the girl will be gone. In order to cure the girl's illness, the mother asked around, finally found a hospital that could treat for this disease. But after days of trying to get an appointment, but she was unable to get an appointment, the mother wished that this disease had happened to her, and not her 9-year-old daughter. The next day, the mother took the girl with her. They flew to this hospital in Portadown, but as soon as they arrived, they were stopped at the information desk because they hadn't made an appointment. The mother begged the pretty nurse to make an exception for her, because her daughter had less than a year to live. On hearing this, the nurse at the reception desk rushed to arrange for the girl to be examined. After a series of tests, the specialist's answer was that nothing could be done. She could only be treated slowly, hoping that a miracle would happen. But sadly, after a few days of treatment, the girl's health did not slowly improve, but her condition was getting progressively worse. She had to take painkillers every day to get her through the long nights. But this day when her mother came to her bed, she said, "Mama, I want to die." "Why do you want to die, baby? Even if you're sick, you still have your mom and dad with you. Do you want to leave mommy and daddy?" "I'm sorry, Mom, I don't want you to feel sorry for me." It was very hard for my mother to hear that. She had to sit on the bed and comfort her daughter. In the days that followed, the girl's personality, she became irritable and restless. She had had enough of everything here. Now she just wanted to go home. After her mother called her husband in tears, she left after being discharged from the hospital. And when she returned home, the girl became silent. It seemed she didn't feel she had long to live either. Two little girls kissed on the cheeks by an angel one moment, sitting in a tree, laughing and talking. The next moment their sister accidentally fell 10 meters into a hole in a tree. The sister screams at the top of her lungs, but her sister had fallen, and she hadn't moved. The father came to see the bottomless tree. There was nothing he could do. A rescue team arrived shortly afterwards to rescue her, but the diameter of the tree hole was very small. 3 hours had passed. The girl had not yet been rescued. The parents were both worried and scared. The mother saw that the girl had not been rescued. At this point, she broke down, nearing despair. The mother hugged the tree and began to suffer. She prayed with all her heart, God not to take her baby girl away. At that moment the husband came along. The family all gathered around the tree and prayed. It was not until 5 hours later, the girl was finally rescued and taken to the hospital. After the doctor's examination, there was no injury on the girl's body. There was not even a bruise. Since this incident, the mother miraculously found that the girl's personality has slowly gradually changed back to what it used to be. What was even more incredible was that her big belly was gradually getting smaller and smaller, and her stomach didn't hurt at night. It was not until one afternoon, it was only one afternoon, that the girl told the story of what had happened. What happened in the hole in the tree when she fell. She had fallen unconscious in the hole in the tree. She saw two of herself, what we know is an out-of-body experience. She was then taken by a butterfly, and then she was taken by a butterfly to a beautiful place. It was full of beautiful flowers and trees. It was like a paradise. Then she met God here. The girl told God that she wanted to stay here, and God told her that your life was not yet over, and that you still have some unfinished business in this world. And when the girl woke up, she woke up in the hospital, and that's it. The girl was returned to her loving family. Although miracles don't always happen to us, but love is always there.